We don't know why the ocean matters. We don't know that. I mean, I think I have a glimpse. It keeps us alive. The ocean is our life support system. It just is. And the most important thing that we take out of the ocean is our existence. It's not oil, gas, fish, crabs, oysters, or anything else, or even the fun that we enjoy. We need to protect the ocean as if our lives depend on it, because they do. And knowing that, making the connections, you know, we're so fascinated with going high in the sky, and we should be. I love it. And it's paid off enormously. We have all these great benefits owing to satellites and transportation all over the place, and the knowledge that we now have is largely because we burned through millions of years of fossil energy to get us to where we are. And maybe the greatest gift of that is to see that we've got to change our ways, else we're cooked, literally. But we've neglected the ocean. We've taken it for granted. We have imagined the ocean was too big to fail. Our policies, we have $1 billion agency in our government, the National Marine Fisheries Service, that's dedicated to catching, killing, marketing fish, and helping fishermen do it with subsidized loans and things. You know, when are we going to sort of lift above that attitude about the ocean, not as a place from which we extract? It's okay to fish. It's okay to take some things, but as long as you are not disrupting the basic engine that keeps us alive. And that's what is lacking. It's that connection between, partly because we can't supply straight answers to some of the straight questions people ask, because we've only done this much. But the precautionary principle would say, well, we know what we know now, having explored maybe 5%. Doesn't it seem obvious that it's so important? Why aren't we going flat out, as we did in the 60s, to go skyward with all the benefits that have come about? And while robots are great to swim around, there's no substitute for having human beings in the ocean. I had thousands of hours underwater. I wouldn't think the way I think had I not literally been there or feel driven to share the view with all of you if I hadn't been there. Jim Cameron, who made that great descent to the deepest part of the ocean and came back, fortunately, he said, little kids don't want to grow up to be robots. They want to be explorers. They want to know. They want to go. They want to be there. I want to be there. I want you to go there. I want you to see for yourself. And even if you get seasick, or if you have to go into, you get pilots flying into the eye of a hurricane to see what's there. Well, if they can do that, human beings and tiny little piece of machinery up in the sky, why can't we take the risk and forget about suing people, for heaven's sakes, and go into the ocean? I mean, we've got to be, the greatest risk is in not taking risks.